Hello there, welcome to Amber Energy Healer and Tarot. Today I'm bringing you a general reading for the collective. I'm going to leave it up to Spirit to bring whatever message needs to come out, whatever the most important information, advice, whatever message you need to hear right now that would be beneficial for you. Okay. If you don't feel like this resonated, please feel free to check out any of my other videos. And remember, this is an intuitive exercise. It is something that is, I like to say, intuitive interpretation, if I could talk. Basically, take what resonates, leave the rest behind, apply it how it needs to apply to your life. It is your job to find the message and the guidance. Okay? Remember, energy is always fluid and always changing, and even the slightest bit of perception change is able to alter the future energy and also the past energy. So as far as the way that we recognize our memories, things like that. Okay, so Spirit, Universe, my guides, their guides, please bring me a message that the collective needs to hear, the wisdom to know which cards to pick, and the knowledge to know which cards to say. Okay, it looks like you guys are feeling a bit of hope lately, actually. Something that has been really energetically fulfilling in your life lately, possibly with a connection. Doesn't need to be. But basically, connection with your own creativity, with your confidence in your creativity, your confidence in your sexuality, your confidence in your ability to just connect with people and create things and get the task done that you need to get done. Seems to be really prominent in your life right now. So that's really positive. And it seems to me that you could have actually reconnected with maybe your universal energetic connection, your religion, with whatever spiritual practice you've practiced. It seems like you may be standing on that faith in order to feel this feeling of hope and almost close to completion. Okay. So that's really, really a great stuff. I like this reading so far. And it's funny because I was originally going to do a shadow work reading to talk about the shadow aspects that you needed to pay attention to, but I'm not sure where this one's going to go, so maybe that's why I decided to change. Spirit, any other messages? What else does the collective need to know? Collective needs to know, Spirit. Yeah, you've got a new outlook. You're starting to really be like ready to go in a new direction. I feel like this is something that's been a long time coming, that you've been a little bit hesitant about, or you didn't have the means to do it. But you are now finally getting that ability. So that's amazing. No wonder you've got hope right now. I feel like there's some type of energy around you. Could be yours or somebody else's. I feel like it's yours. I feel like it's your it has to do with like your connection with love. Um, it seems like you could be kind of going into every once in a while like an energy of like being lazy um, towards really like investing into the love that you have, or you could have been like that before, but now you're stepping out of that. It's almost like it's like you were protecting your confidence with your love, like as if it was an armor, rather than um, rather than like you felt like your confidence in yourself and your own ability to set out and achieve goals that you wanted to set out was being restrained by your love for some reason, but and it was causing you to feel like a little bit lazy or like just not wanting to put the work in. But I feel like that's what you're coming out of now. Because you had a new perception change. And now it seems like almost like the love is actually what's lifting up the confidence now, rather than holding it back. Okay, something that was kind of a shadow aspect that you probably actually noticed already at this point is that your feelings towards like setting after an emotional goal, like connecting deeper in your relationship, things like that, was actually being almost like shamed down or like tamed down. I'm not, limited in a way because you were putting some type of like turbulent faith above your confidence in yourself. Like you felt like you had to rely on the divine, or you had to rely on whatever, like you had to rely on your guides or something, or on your like your faith in your religion or something like that. Like that's what was um, making you actually doubt your own abilities and your own and having your own like inner light. Like you were just like doubting it. Like it was almost like you didn't feel good enough to be what you thought that you should be, and so you just were like really shaming yourself because of it. Let's not come out of that energy, or give me more clarity on that energy. Okay, I think what actually brought you out of that energy is actually I feel like you reflected on the fact that the delays that were happening and the like misfortune or like the toxic feeling that was around you was because of your own negative, like devil energy. Um, but I feel like you've now, like bad self talk, things like that, limiting conditioning. But I feel like now you've actually, you've found a way to recover from this feeling of being trapped with your own bad thoughts and things. I feel like you've now seen the light, I guess you would say. Be a good way of wording that. You realized that having until you like recovered fully from whatever the negative energy that you had clinging to you, or the inner demons that you were dealing with, until you had fully like allowed them to be released or allowed protection to come to you, you were not going to be able to create what you wanted to create. And it finally got to the point where it was not worth it anymore, Phil. And so now you're stepping out of that energy. And now you're stepping into the energy of getting what you want, trusting in your sacral and your solar plexus chakras are very much in a healing state right now. They are doing a lot of brightening and cleansing on their own actually right now. You're almost like becoming them. Um, I would say that your aura itself is probably very much in the yellow and oranges right now. But your inner being is still white and pure. And it's almost like a like, okay, like when there's a mushroom and you you pick it or you move it from where it's at, and the spores they travel and other mushrooms will start growing. Um, that's that like infectious like feeling is like how your happiness and your desire to create and your confidence in your everything that makes you you, like your creativity and everything. Um, it's just like spreading to everybody around you. So your brightening yourself up actually led to everybody else brightening up as well. And now you've got them as a solid support system beneath you. And you're able to support them in exchange as well. Okay, something that is most likely getting misinterpreted by you right now, or maybe not, maybe you've already caught on to this, but oftentimes when we have, like when we're dealing with our shadow or things like that, we get distracted or we feel like we're getting blocked by something, or by just different distractions, like by all the options, by all the different choices, and like we feel like our path is being restrained or blocked. Like we know we have to start something, and then every time we try to start, it just falls through, or something ends up like glitching out, or something ends up popping up and getting in the way, and something ends up just like, and we get frustrated and we keep trying to go on that path, and something that is really important for you to notice in your own situations right now is what those obstacles seem to be to you. Any obstacle that's gotten in your way over the goal that you're trying to accomplish, and stop trying to look in that direction as your solution, because the solution is in a whole nother direction. It's probably like, the opposite side of you, like, so you're looking this way and you're like, oh, I can't get through the door. And then if you just turned around, there's an open window. Okay. So sometimes universe blocks us, and sometimes divine intervention comes and literally ruins the plans for us because we needed to try something different and go a different way. And we weren't noticing that on our own. Basically, like, universe will give you a map, and sometimes it takes breaking rules in order to find that other route. Not the laws, but the rules. And I feel like these are like your own restrictions that you've been putting on yourself over the years. Like you're really conditioned into thinking that there's only one way to do something. And so you're not even bothering to look around because you want to stay on the map that you have in front of you so that it's not risky. And that's just stalling your journey. So take that newfounded creative energy and that creative confidence that you have right now and utilize that to its fullest so that you know where to look around you, and you can figure out new ideas and new paths to take. And trust in the divine to be there to guide you. You are very much protected as long as you're doing what you want to be doing. Because what you want to be doing is going to be what leads you, at least to happiness along the way, to your ultimate success. Okay, so I feel like in the recent past or in the soon to be future, you dealt with some family issues or feelings of like emptiness, like you were missing home. Um, it really drained your and I feel like you were actually almost to like the point of like surrender with your confidence and with your like emotional confidence and your emotional stability and stuff. So you literally got like so run down or so to the point of like wanting to give up that you literally just released your even control of your own confidence, which allowed you to see the shadows out of those ego thoughts that you used to hold that you thought were your confidence. It's almost like a feeling of like universe gave you an IV transfusion of your energies and your mindset, almost like, you know, it's like, yeah, tell me all about all of the things that you're confident about. Let me see. And then so you were listing off all the things you're confident about, and every single thing got discredited because it was all stuff that was working out of the ego mind, that you were standing so firmly with it, and it was causing you the family problems. And now that you've had that awareness and you've had that purging, and you've realized that although you were sitting up on like a mountain, you thought it was actually a little molehill. you know, this was a way of humbling you to prepare you for your success that's on its way. So if you're going through that right now, don't worry. It'll pass. As long as you actually pay attention to the lessons that are being taught through it. As once you pass that test, or once you had passed that test, you've got a lot of harmony coming for you. Harmony and actual recovery from a broken heart or a loss of some sort. It could be an actual there could have been a recent death around you that you were really affected by. That could be what you're finding peace out of, or it could be just like a perceived failure, that you felt that you had caused by little arguments and bickering and stuff like that beforehand, and then you now figured out how to commit to compromising with whoever it was that you were battling all the time. Or it could be actually you reconciling in a relationship that you were feeling brokenhearted because of. And that is exactly what you were supposed to be able to learn how to do from that purging that the universe had implemented on you during that time of you giving up, you thought. They got you. I'm just kidding. Now you realize that you're able to actually nurture a new confidence that's much more grounded and much more stable and prosperous and abundant for you to actually be able to invest energy into and gain something out of it. And it's your creation that you're growing, and it's completely surrounded out of your heart space. It's completely driven by love. And that is much better than the false confidence that you thought you had before that was all just basically ego. Like, yeah. And this has allowed you to actually be able to step into the ability of being a strong leader who is standing on your faith, who is able to express yourself clearly and directly and hear other people's truths clearly and directly, and to be able to actually have everything about your being and all of your actions be driven by your love and your heart space. And this is bringing you a amazing luck. It's all happening just in time for the karmic spin of the wheel that's happening for a lot of people right now. You don't need to feel the need necessarily to be defensive or to have to defend yourself, or like you're not going to be feeling like attacked anymore. And if you are, don't worry, because that's going to be, as long as you don't lose that heart space that you're surrounding yourself with currently, as long as you stay in that state of mind, then whatever attacks are coming towards you, it's okay. You're going to turn out of them. And the people that are like damaging to you, or the people that aren't learning their lessons, the people that didn't level up with you, are going to be the ones that take the karmic repercussions. But it does also mean that you should really try to be the most accountable that you can be with yourself right now, and be protective of your progress. Don't let your inner demons, or don't let your shadows be something that like makes you feel threatened anymore, because you have all the ability that you need to be able to protect what it is that you have now coming to realization of caring for, or realization of ability to care for, rather. So don't let anything take away those new creative, all that sacral energy that you've now finally discovered. Don't let anything threaten that, because it's going to be false threats anyways. And allow yourself to stay in that heart space and level up as the strong leader that you are. And final advice or final message. Final message. Okay, so final message is you're en route right now for a lifestyle change, and it is nothing that you need to fear. It is something that has been waiting for you, actually. You were just stuck on that path with the obstacles in the way, but you're now finally able to step into that change and be able to actually make something out of it. So certainly don't doubt yourself in that change, and trust that it is meant for you. And if it doesn't lead to success immediately, then don't give up, because it's one more like step on your journey that was very necessary and has been being delayed for too long. So just go into it. And final thing, I'm going to do 2 angel cards. Indigo and Crystal Children. Archangel Metatron. You have a bond with children. In particular, you can help children who are sensitives. Okay. Now that could be talking about literally other children. It could also be talking about you yourself. If you are somebody that does have abilities, then, and maybe they've been blocked off because of something that happened when you were younger, then that could be your inner child wanting you to reconnect with your inner child who has the abilities. Like allow that acceptance of that piece of you, or that child. Maybe you have a child who is somebody that is a sensitive. It's saying to really allow that to be something that is welcome or supported, and because you're going to be able to grow a lot from it as well. Oh. and overcoming difficulties. Archangel Jeremiel. The worst is now behind you, and you are surmounting any previous challenges. So yeah, that's perfect for with that, the obstacles that were in the way, and finally having the ability to see around to the new path and the confidence to actually go after it. And that is all that I have for you right now. I do feel like there's going to be more later on, possibly, so I might make another video on that, but if not, then hopefully this was helpful. Watch the other videos if you feel called to. Like, subscribe, comment. I can appreciate the help, and that's all. So love and light.